There may be 1,000,000 around, but there'll be 144,000 good ones. And I'm going to let you all grow up together till the day of the get down. And in the time of harvest, I will say. See, only one that can say is me. Why do I let them grow together and wait till the harvest? We're talking about wheat and tares, because see, the tare will grow up looking just like the wheat until harvest happens. Then a miracle takes place. The wheat develops a crown. What is this crown? It's a crown of glory. Glory means you're crowned into righteousness. But first you have to grow up into righteousness. The earth is going to be full of my knowledge. Don't worry about will I be known. Let's see how much of the earth is going to know me. The earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 9. The same Bible. We're not talking about another kind of God. I'm talking about the God of the garden that talked with Adam, that talked to Eve, that talked to the serpent. Serpent had a name. Because God is a title. God is not a name. My book tells me that God's many. 1 Corinthians 8, 5, and 6. We have to get down. See, we have to remember these things. That's what Feast of Tabernacles is all about. Remembering. This is why people don't want you to come and hear me, because I raise questions that'll make you think. Can't have no people like you running around the country thinking. You become unmanageable when you learn how to think. I open up your mind. You do what you want to. You can go out in the street, hang out in the street, hang on the corner, hang upside down if you want to, but I'm causing you to think. Before you run out of here tonight, you have to think about this. 1 Corinthians 8, 5, and 6. Read.
For though there be that are called gods.
Think about it now. Yeah. There are those that are called gods. Read on.
Whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many.
Now, the next verse.
But to us there is but one God.
Now there's only one. Muslims got one. Hindus have millions. Buddhists got one. Christians have several. Oh, Christians got a bunch. From statues, and saints, and a saint can do this. Don't need God. Call on St. Jude. You don't need God. Call Mother Mary. Right? You know, they got a saint that'll get you a job, a saint to get you fired, saint that'll heal you, saint that'll kill you. I mean, they have it all. They have all kinds of saints. They have a bunch of gods. Don't tell me Christians have one God. Christians hate each other over their different gods. Some have the Holy Spirit God, some have the Holy Ghost God, some have the speaking in tongue God. Yeah, I mean, they're all different gods. If you don't have this God, then you're not a full one. You're in the wrong thing. have you hating all the others. If you're Baptist born, Baptist bred, you'll be Baptist dead. I mean, that's the way that goes. If you're Methodist, then you're from Africa because you're an African Methodist Episcopalian. I mean, what kind of mess is that? You know what an Episcopalian is? You can look at the state of affairs that Africa's in and see what kind of mess that is. God, all I'm pointing out is God's many. Some people, their husband is God. Really, he really is. Some men's wife is God. She's the goddess. She's just God. She say move, he move. He say come, he come. She say sit down, just sit down. He just sit down, yes ma'am. He may even say, okay, yeah baby. She said, come here. He said, what you want, baby? I said, come here. He said, yeah, here I am, baby. She said, let me have $100. Give me $100. He go in his pocket. He said, all I got is $100, baby. She said, well, give it to me. He said, here's $2, nigga. I go, oh, he said, yeah, okay, baby. I'm not trying to make your stuff bad, sister. Some of you better watch the money. I'm just saying there are God's many, that's all. I just know some brothers that don't dare make their stuff mad at him. And to keep this stuff happy, I have to please my God. I can make a lot of jokes about all this, but we don't go on. God's many. How many understand there are God's many? But this same Bible says there's really only one. It's more than one place. It just said it in verse 6. But to us, there is but one. Yet there are many. So I have a right to ask you when you say, oh Lord, have mercy. First question I have to ask you is, what Lord you talking about? Which Lord? Well, you know the one 1900 years ago. Yeah, now who was the one that spoke to Moses before he got here? Well, you know God. No, I just told you it's God's many. Which one? My book said that when Moses was on the scene, the God of the Hebrews talked. Exodus 5:2. That's what let's get down to the nitty-gritty about what this is. It's all in the book. I'm not raising questions. I'm not shaking your foundation. It's in the book all the time. Exodus 5:2. Read.
And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord Yahweh, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord Yahweh, neither will I let Israel go. And they said, the God of the Hebrews hath met with us.
Think about it. See, not the God of Pharaoh. Pharaoh had several gods. I think Isis and a whole bunch of folk was running around loose then. Huh? Horses? Horus? Yeah, I knew it was somebody, Iris or Horus or the Eye or somebody. It was somebody running around loose in Egypt. It sure wasn't the God of Hebrews, and Pharaoh said, I don't know the God of the Hebrews. That didn't mean the God of the Hebrews didn't exist because he didn't know. So So you have a whole bunch of people in America that don't know the God of the Hebrews either. See, he exists. See right here, the God of the Hebrews lived before the man 1900 years ago. Deal with it. Hush your fuss and deal with that. I'm walking while you think about it. I know I asked the heavy, that's why I'm having fun looking at you. See it? The God of the Hebrews met with the Hebrews. Exodus what? Exodus 24. 9 through 11. See, the God of the Hebrews met and talked and ate and drank with the Hebrew in the flesh. And his name was not somebody of 1900 years ago. And my book says since he was the same yesterday, today, and forever, then his name doesn't change. The God of the Hebrews' name does not change. It's the same yesterday as today, and it will always be the same name. That's what my book says. Come on, argue with it. Challenge what I'm saying. Exodus 24, 9 through 11. Let us read.
Then went up Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the God of Israel.
Now here's all these witnesses. Don't try to tell me, I didn't mean that. Shut up. You couldn't tell me where this was until I just showed you. Don't tell me nobody ever saw God. The book say they saw him. Nobody ever saw God and lived. Well, here's somebody saw him. Exodus 33, 11. Don't tell me you can't live in sin. I'm finna show you that's a lie too. Boy, I have fun because, see, I know the book. I am the book. That's why I know the book. Exodus 33, 11. Read.
And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses face to face.
Face to face. Moses' face was in Yahweh's face. Yahweh's face was in Moses' face. They were face to face. Face. You know what face is? Man. Man to man. Face got ears and a nose and a mouth. How else you think you're going to talk? This was not a vision. Didn't say it was a vision. It said Moses talked to him. What? Read on.
As a man speaketh unto his friend.
Just like you speak. How do you speak to your friend? Face to face. Turn around and look at somebody's face, and then you got it. That's what Feast of Tabernacles is about, remembering. What else? 32:30. What is it? Genesis 32:30. You're going to see your life get preserved too. This answers the question about you who say you can't see God and live. Read.
And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen Yahweh face to face, and my life is preserved.
Deal with it. See, the only one that's been leading you about and misleading you about God is a liar. Never seen God. Oh, Lord. Oh, I was awake about 3 o'clock in the morning. I heard a call. I woke up early in the morning after I thought I heard the call. Probably his wife probably called him to get up and go to the bathroom before he went to bed. Niggas ought to quit lying. He never saw God. Say he heard it. He heard it. Nigga heard. A lying nigga, he's a liar. He heard nothing. He called himself. I don't dislike preachers, they just a liar, that's all. You'd be better off following Adam. He walked with God. He walked with Yahweh and talked with him every day. You'd be better off following Adam. Except when he went against Yahweh. Don't follow him and Eve too. There's a lot of people back here you see you should follow instead of somebody who lied, talking about they heard. You better follow Jacob. Jacob saw him. His life was preserved. Maybe you should want to see him. Get your life preserved. And I can tell you today, all of you that can see that I'm Yahweh, your life will be preserved. Praise God. And you that don't believe it, you hung up on flesh anyway. You have to learn to hear. My statement was, I am Yahweh. And all of you that can see that I am Yahweh. See, you can be a blind man and see, and have no sight from birth and see that I am Yahweh. Praise God. When you are so blind that you cannot see, that you don't need eyes to see, you are double blind. You are a pitiful shape. When you think you need physical eyes to see that I am Yahweh. Maybe you need to close your eyes and quit getting confused looking at me. Let's try it. I don't know what'll happen. Close your eyes. And now let your mind listen carefully. See, some of you are so hard-headed you won't even close your eyes. So rebellious. You're so I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to take nothing from you. You can trust me. Close your eyes. All right, everybody. Close your eyes. Now listen real carefully. I am Yahweh. Can you see that? Then you all right. Praise Yahweh. Now let's try it again. Let's try it now with the new emphasis. Close your eyes. You have to close your eyes to get this. Close your eyes. Now let that real quiet, small voice speak to you. I am Yahweh. Let it happen. Hear it? Did you hear me say, I am Yahweh? You hear it? And now you're a witness. I am Yahweh. Now you can open your eyes. This is not a trick, it's real. Yahweh inside of you will bear witness. Who you think is talking inside of you? Yahweh is inside of you saying, I am Yahweh. Can't you